That's a little bit better. A little better late than never, I guess. Yeah, peace, bro. Just having problems with the computer this morning. I don't know. So frustrating. I hate the zeros and ones sometimes, and they don't work. Drives me crazy. Hope everything's going good in your neck of the woods. See if Archie's going to show up and a few others. Just give it a few minutes. Get your coffee ready there, Retro. Just having problems. Trying new software. I was having so many issues, and I tried a new software, and I think I must have pressed the button, and microphone and the camera weren't working again. Fucking pain in my ass. I really, it used to be so much better with Windows XP and just really basic settings. Let me know if you get the real Wheel of Death. I've got it on the Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's going to last. It's just a, it's a conspiracy. Can you hear me okay? Just give me a thumbs up. You can hear me okay. Test, test. It seems like the needle's going up and down. Test, 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 test. Oh, I had a thumbs up now, or no, now you're there and you're gone. You see, this is weird, eh? It's just a shit show. I'm just gonna heat up my coffee. I don't know what's going on with this, man. It just seems that everything just disappears all of a sudden. It's just gone crazy. Oh, computers, fuck. I suppose it'll just be I guess it'll just be a recorded show, and then you guys can watch it later, I suppose. Anyway, we'll just get on with it because I don't know what's going on. So I don't even know if I'm actually even in the Matrix world, or it just hasn't even just shut me off completely. I've been trolling AI bot channels. There's so many. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad because it shows nothing. It shows me I got no viewers, no nothing. I'm getting no telemetry from my microphone up and down anything. The Matrix is broken, and like I said, I was trolling because the YouTube is totally polluted, and a lot of other places. I've noticed most recently that a lot of AI bot channels circle jerking themselves into liking their own comments, but I don't know what for. I think it's just a distraction or just some kind of thing in the matrix that I don't know. I really don't know why. It's got to be something nefarious. Obviously, there's no real rhyme or reason, because like you'll go to a channel like a mainstream media channel, especially, and you can just tell the AI bot channel comments. It's so obvious. And you click on the channel, there's nothing. It's just a weird, and then it's got a name, something. What I think has happened is I think that all of the abandoned or uh, whatever channels that have either been gone or banned or whatever have been co-opted or picked up by AI, and they're using those names and whatever, because you go to there's no content, there's no nothing, there's a vague description of who they are, what they are, or whatever it is, but it's not really anything. And the comments are always the same, you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, or or a very argumentative, or something that will be said that will get the narrative or whatever going, so it'll garner a whole bunch of bullshit comments, some like it'll be a thing on CTV, CP24, whatever, and it'll say the headline will be about what happened in the sandbox or something, and then somebody will come on and say, yeah, way to go, or like with that I don't know if love him or hate him, the JP, when he came out and said, give him hell, N boy, and I was like, oh wow, are you stupid? And then I just don't know. I don't know. And it'll be comments like that, like just way to go, good to see all the babies, and just bad. And then it'd be, people just dog and it all the way down. So really weird, but I believe that. So I've been trolling. I've been just writing like if you find some of my comments, you might go to CTV news channels, and you might see some of my comments, because it'll just be like non sequitur, AI bot channel. I put their name in. Please report for reprogramming, or I'll troll it and say, "Oh, AI bot channels don't have good grammar," and just shit stain. I don't really get into the argument back and forth. Some of them I do, just for trolling shits and giggles. But wow, it just all of a sudden, the Matrix. Yeah, I wrote something on the Matrix. What did I write? Yeah, somebody wrote it. I read an article this morning, The Matrix, GTA. So, like some of the, I don't know about where you are, Retro, or whomever else is in the channel. I got zero. Uh, Whether or not we're descending into some kind of, like, a lot of people are commenting and or making observations that this is a really bad movie or really bad video game. Like, we are actually in Grand Theft Auto. Like, is this weird? Like, if you've ever noticed, you've played like a video game, and inside the video game there will be a video game, and you can go and you can, like, there'll be a Pac-Man, for lack of a better term, because it's old, and I think and then you'll, like, Duke Nukem. I used to play Duke Nukem, and then you'll go and then you'll be able to interact inside the Matrix with that video game, and it almost feels like that the Matrix that we're in right now, and this is a video game inside of a video game inside of a video game, and we're just caught up in it. And that's why I was arguing the NPC thing. And funny enough, here's another weird observation, and just my two pennies, and probably just my paranoid mind, that uh, I'll do a show. Like last week, what was the show last week? I can't remember, but there was a couple of things that I talked about, and then lo and behold, a couple of the big channels, as I would call them, seem to have had the same idea or the same thing, and espousing on, if that's a word, on the same idea that I had. And I'm like, okay, well, that's weird, And I'm like, not stealing content, because that I'm not that important, So I'm just like, wow, you must have been reading my mind, or like, because you just said the same thing I said. But because he's got, 250,000 subscribers, it comes back to that fake other Michael Lacouture channel, that the guy in CTV or Global, I think he is. He's a complete fraud and a phony and a fake. I don't know where he's from, but he's not me. But it's weird. It's just weird. It's just a weird thing. You're a fraud. I know it. Maybe 2 or 3 other people know it. He knows it, but I have no, that's as far as I can go with that. I'd have to hire a private investigator to exactly get to the ins and outs. But that's why I like trolling his channel and always going, especially when it used to say, like, you used to say my real, now when you may leave a comment, it just gives you your original name, like at blah, blah, blunt trauma 621. Whereas before it used to be, the real Michael Le Couture channel, because his was, but anyway, I don't even get into that. I could go in. I've said the story before. You probably all think I'm crazy because of it, but that's okay. That's okay. I know I'm not crazy. So, but yeah, the Matrix, the zeros and ones think they're threes. I believe. I think it's completely come unglued. I don't know why. I think that we are at the end of the computer program of some sort, because if you see what's going on in the Matrix itself, something weird is going on, and it's not. There is no good orderly direction to anything we're doing today, yesterday, or I don't know about tomorrow, but odds are that tomorrow will be not good orderly direction day as well. The word is wantonness, not wantonism. Wantonism, I keep using it, but it doesn't exist. You can use it, but it's not a real word. But it's like, what's that one? Irregardless. It is a word, but it isn't a word. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's wantonness, the absolute abject wantonness on the planet. It's like at the end, like when you've never updated your computer game, or if you've never updated it, it starts decaying, it starts degrading, it starts coming apart. And that's where we are right now. Like, there's no rhyme, no reason to anything right now. It is as if, I think I was reading an article that the 99% of us versus the 1%. So you've got the bosses in the video game, in the Matrix, the bosses, like the bosses like you would have in a video game. But you're the 1%ers are the bosses, and then the rest are just inside the video game, like collateral damage, like a GTA type situation. When you're in the GTA, and I wrote a comment on a channel that it's like a kid. It's reminiscent of a kid in a, like, if you've ever played in a sandbox, and you see ants doing their thing. And as a kid, I've done it myself. You get a can of lighter fluid and some matches, and then they're going in a line, and you'll do this across their line, and you watch them try and go around it, and then you'll affect change in their matrix, and then they're just scrambling around trying to figure out why are all these match bombs falling, and why the hell we were going this way, everything was fine, and now we can't go that way anymore. And they're trying to, it's like a kid in a sandbox that's just doing all this insane shit, and then we're all just sitting down here like, what the hell? It's really weird. And I have to say that. And I was at firefighting last night, and we were actually, there's a fellow that I was talking to, because we're trying to get for lack of a better term, trying to get our community together. And it feels like something is trying to control the out of controlness, if that's a possible thing to say. So I don't know. I don't have the answer, but I'll ask you, Retro. Comet, seen it? Have you seen it? Have you seen the comet? Any comments on the comet? Any comments on the comet? I'm waiting. We're low, like we got all the mountains, so I need some more time to transpire before I can actually see it. So I'm just waiting. Hopefully, and there's it's so amazing. Like, you go to a site, and it's all about the comet, and it's all about, and then in the whole article, it won't tell you where to look. It won't tell you whether to look in the western sky, the eastern sky, or anything like that. It just talks about all of the crap that you don't care about, and then it'll take you to a link with the JPL, and you're like, okay, that tells me nothing. It doesn't help it doesn't move the story forward. And do I look west? Do I look east? Do I look And finally I found it, but even then it's conflicting. West, east, sunrise, sunset, 16 degrees, 0 degrees. But supposedly, allegedly, we're supposed to be able to see it. And all these Enron people were freed. The entire economy turned into Enron. Yeah. Enron. That was a scandal, wasn't it? Yeah. Remind me about Enron. Yeah. Yeah. Polluted. Yeah. Foot long. Oh yeah. They're playing us like a fiddle right now. It's so obvious. Leading us by our cheeks with the hook in it any which way they want with their fishing pole. It's pretty maddening and frustrating, but it's on us though. It's on us not to let it get you down or let it make you crazy or anything like that. Yeah, that's about all I can say about that. You know, I can't imagine like if I was a coder. Like you remember when the first time computers came out? I can remember the first virus. I think it was the Monkey Bee. It was like it would be on a floppy, and if you put the floppy in and you made that noise, that was it. Your boot sector was virus. Then it was like the same old story, you know. Little Timmy's dad has the glass store, and every once in a while, little Timmy goes out on a glass breaking operation, so the dad can have some business. So they make the computer, and then they got the other guy across the street making the viruses. And then you got the other guy across the street. So it's a big grift. It's basically a big grift right now. And everybody, and that's what I've started doing. I've started to unsub from all the grifter channels. Anybody beg, borrowing, or crying and moaning, no, Archie, we had a major hiccup this morning. You're not late. You're almost on time. The computer, the zeros and ones were thinking they were threes again this morning, and I didn't have a microphone, couldn't get the camera to work, and I'm just, I'm trying some software thing. The Wi-Fi is working. Miracle of miracles, So, but yeah, the same old, same old. The grift. I've unsubscribed from all the grift channels, all the guys who are, send me some money, like my channel, make sure that you buy my merch. I'm done with these guys. Done. And another reason I'm done is like I tried to block them all. Thank you. I tried to block them. You know what? YouTube removed the block feature. You can't block people from seeing your channel anymore. Because I went and checked because all the old ones that I used to block from way back in the day when that was, just blocked easily, right click, block, gone. You can't do that. You can block their comments somewhat, but no. And I think that that's what it all is. Like, and I don't really give a shit. I'm happy you guys are here and I'm happy we're going back and forth. But it's just a big grift. Not a one of them have their own independent thought, and they'll just go through the interwebs and grift off and then beg, borrow, and steal. Like, yeah, sure, Neil Oliver has some good rhetoric. I'm done with him. Make sure you pay my Patreon. Make sure you send me money so I can go and flather my gums more and buy some more shite. I'm done. Now it's just Star Trek videos, and I still listen to Neil. He doesn't beg. He actually sells shit, computer stuff, and his money programs. Hey, but he's out front about it at least. Hey, this is what I'm about. The rest of these just beg, borrow, and steal channels. We remember the first when the internet came out. We used to call them e-beggars. We used to laugh. Paid for this? Are you shitting me, man? I'm not going to pay you for that. Nobody should pay me for me flapping my gums. Are you crazy? We're trying to figure things out and just go back and forth. It's an ego. I don't care. I'm done. Like, done. I'm going to keep current on what's going on the bullshit world, like the mainstream media, just to see what the crazies are talking about. But like I said, on the firefighter meeting last night, when I talked to a couple of like-minded individuals who have family, who fish, who go cut wood, you know, like last night, buddy says, "Yeah, I'm out of here, man." Like we had a big night last night. We were doing the pumps because you know it's chimney season, so a lot of chimney fires are going to ensue soon. But he's like, "Yeah, I just built a greenhouse or a tree house for my kids. I'm out of here. I'm going to go spend some time with my kids." And I'm like, "Yeah, family takes priority. Community takes priority right now, and that's the thing, and that's the message I'm getting right now in this old fucking gray matter is community." Like I'm clearing my head, completely cleared my head of all distractions. I'm trying to the distractions, but you know anything that is going to alter my mind thought. You know, trying to even limit this stuff down to what's true and just trying to figure it out. But no more e-beggars. Not going to listen to any more e-beggars. I'm tired of their horseshit. You know, buy my merch. You know, and what's the point anyway? Like I try to interact with these humans. I try to, you know, like Neil's not too bad. I might get a every once in a while, but there again, I'm in the YouTube basement where my comments are. I'm shadow banned. I've completely proved that to myself, so I don't need to. But it is so. I've just like if I go to one of these grifter channels, they don't respond. They don't really interact unless it's like a hard, you know, just a generic. Some of them are okay, you know, because you know, like there's one guy I'm subscribed to. Like he's into motocross more than he's into the, you know, to the Matrix. So I'm still with that, and I can understand. He's got a lot of people in, and you know, okay, he might respond or do this, but the rest of them, there's nothing. You get nothing, so it's not even worth it. You're even if they're completely fake AI bot channel themselves in their own right. Like if you remember back 12, 14 years ago when they, you know, when I think I put a video up when they were talking about that making fake commercials with no humans. And I watched the technology 12 to 15 years ago of like it was a girl and they were like, watch this. And then they showed it and she did the whole commercial about a shampoo or something. And the guy was like, this is completely fake. This girl does not exist. The product exists, but all of this stuff does not exist. It's completely fake. So, you know, there's the ones out there, they've got, it's good production quality, that. You check, you know, and then it's the Circle Jerk AI bot, you know, you check them on Social Blade. They make it seems so contrived that I have to extricate myself and not bless you. She just sneezed. It's an automatic for me. If I hear somebody sneeze, I say bless you. So it's an automatic. You know, you're done. I'm done with your bullshit because I don't know what you're there for. I don't know if you're the distraction as well. Not you guys. I'm not specifically talking about you guys, but the grifters that are out there. You know, the ones that just don't. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, and it is obvious. It is obvious. The AI bot channels are so obvious. The AI bot channel comments are so easy to pick out now, because if you think about it, like there's going to be a version 1. What is it? iRobot. You know, NS5 was the new version. Well, there was an NS4, and there'll probably be an NS1. I hope they're all 3 laws safe. But with the AI bot, I'm sure that the ones we see are the absolute shit, the garbage things that trip over their own tongue, bad grammar, whatever. Even if you could program it in, I don't know, just to make it look real. You know, I'm real. You know, I'm real. This is real. You guys have seen me. I'm real. You guys know I'm real. I'm not an AI bot. And if you were an AI bot, would you look like this? Really? So yeah, so you can't even tell because they're pretty. You know, some of them are real, of course, the ones that are spouting their bullshit. But you know, most of the time, I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done. I'd rather sit here and talk to 4 people than you know, some guy's got 250,000 subscribers, and all it is he flathers on and he doesn't take any input. He just gives out. So it's tiresome. So Chat Gypsy election mode 3, 4, 3, 2. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Let's get into it. It's going to be a short show because lots going on today, and I'll have to Sorry, I'll have to cut it short. Yeah, the 4-3-2-1, and I think that's when I said that the Matrix is coming unglued. It looks like as if that there's going to be a reprogramming soon, or there's going to be like what Pippa said, and I love quoting what she said at the World Government Summit. That doesn't exist. Even if maybe she's AI, I don't know. But we're going to have a change of the way we do business. We've always done it. We've been doing it throughout our history. That we'll do something for a while. That didn't really work. So let's try something else. Okay. I don't have that answer, but it does seem like we're set up to try something else. Now, they're going to want to fake us out, right? They're going to want to fake us out, like a football play, like the guy's running like all hunched over that way and everybody thinks he's got the ball, but no, the ball's going the other way. And if you've ever played football or played any kind of sport, you can't do that in soccer. You can't hide the ball and you can't hide the puck, but you can hide the football, sort of. And you pretend you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah. And now we've got the absolute distraction that's going on in the sandboxes right now, and the absolute insanity. Like if let's pretend that if Diana was alive, do you think this would be going on? If the princess that everybody loved as much as they love Mother Teresa, you can argue the pros and cons of it. I love Diana. I would go like everybody. If you go on Canvas right now, Diana, good or bad? Oh, she was the best things. Okay, none of this would be going on, in my opinion, if that angel was still here on this planet. So yeah, something's going to change. They've removed a lot of people, like a lot of minor bosses that might have had some sort of, like there's big bosses and minor bosses, and then there's NPCs, right? So I'm not saying this to be defeatist or to be negative. I'm just saying as a matter of factly. That's all. Nothing more than that. But Archie, have you seen the comment? Have you looked for the comment? I had to mention something too. Just an off the cuff thing, because I'm going to be looking for the comment, and if I can get some video or some pictures, I will hopefully get it. It's supposed to be visible in the day. So, but we're in the mountains, and it's going to be low. We'll see. No, I haven't seen it either yet. A couple of people have. It's like the auroras that happen here. I didn't see them. Everybody else did. Lo and behold, we'll see how it goes. But I was listening to Chris Hedges today. Okay, I've been listening to him for a long time. I've been reading a lot what he writes. He did a video, very short video. It's like a 2-minute video, and he's talking, and he says something about the moral imperative, and he was talking about the election cycle, or selection cycle. Then he made a statement, and I'll quote it here: "Step outside the system." And I think that's where pardon me, coffee burps. That's where we find ourselves today. That we ourselves must extricate the vehicle, the system, from around us. We're here, and we're enveloped in this shit show, the Matrix, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, daytime comment. And we need to step outside the system, and I think that is the only way. That's why I'm trying to improve my my conscious contact, that's why I'm removed all the distraction, anything that will change my mind. If it's anything, if you know what I'm talking about when I talk about that, no alcohol for 30 years. Yeah. East, southeast, few degrees above the horizon. Yeah, and I'm in the mountains, so it's going to be hard. But that we need. If the message I'm getting right now is the distractions that are pulling you away from your spiritual self or your inner reflection, whether it be your dog, your cat, anything else, your house payment, those are real in the sense that they're on top of your head, whatever. but they're pulling us away with what is important right now. And I think that that's why the distractions are so hard and heavy, is that we need to be concentrating that side. We need to be stepping outside of this matrix bubble, as it were, and concentrating on something else. Now, I don't have the answer. I'm not, whether I'm dumb as a table, or or I'm too clouded in my mind with distraction, or something has happened that, because I am trying to clear my mind, I'm trying to think about things. I'm praying like all day, every moment. I'm thanking my creator when I'm out in the yard and I'm grounding in my bare feet, and I'm like, help me, help me to see the light, if that's what you want to say. I don't have the answer, and I'm not here to give you the answer. Yeah. Yeah, I know the time frame, and I will see it. I saw the one 2 years ago. I took a picture of it. I had my camera set up. It was very, very, very not very visible, but maybe that's a distraction. But it is an ooh and an ah, and everybody's going to be looking at the comment, because the sun is just completely doing crazy shit right now. Like, we've had those massive explosions on the far side come around us. Beep. Flatline. Somebody get the paddles out. The sun is dead. I don't know. I don't have any answers. I'm not so paranoid to think that they're shooting, moonbeams into the sun to make it do whatever. I don't have the knowledge base, or not an astronomer. I just have my gut and what I see, because you can't trust NASA. Never a straight answer, so. But yeah, I'm hoping, like, because when you say step outside the system, because the system is based on whatever garbage that they're doing. So a good Carrington event, like a double Carrington, would be nice. I mean, really, cook it all. Unfortunately, a couple brains will probably get cooked too, and maybe some people. But if I'm one of them, hey, I'll let the chips fall where they may. Bummer, but I won't be here after the fact anyway. And hopefully, some smarter, more checked out people than me can figure it out, and they can, move the story in a good, orderly direction better than I can and I'm not saying that I'm anything. I am nobody. I'm just another guy like you guys, like the 2 or 3 people. Now it says 2. There was 3. I'm nobody. So, but a couple of things. That's why I put the Mr. picture on the the thumbnail was a picture of the Diddy guy. Well, that's a caricature. Like I've said this before, why do they get the worst artists on the planet to do courtroom drawings? When you look at that picture, you're like, who the hell is that? What is that? How fast did he do that? I'm just joking around, but the distraction, that's a big distraction. Hey, if and I know that kind of crazy stuff goes on. I don't want to get into too many particulars, but back in the day, somebody in our family, like way back, married a creature like that was not good to young people, and he got caught out, and it, so it's real, and it does exist even on the most rudimentary level. So we know that for whatever reason, if I don't understand it, maybe because I'm a normal human or whatever, but to me, that's not a good, orderly direction. So I'll just leave it at that. So that guy, and everybody's talking about it. Meanwhile, oh, how did Jill Dando die? Just, it's, whatever. It's really gone bonkers. But if I look at how we are at a fever pitch right now, absolutely, it is absolutely crucial, in my opinion, to be checked out in your brain pan, not given to wantonness. That's the word, not wantonism. I was wrong in my statement when I used that word wantonism. You can use it, but people just kind of look at you funny. Wantonness. We can't be given in to our emotions. thinking before we do everything. Turning left or turning right, I need to, because it changes everything. Like if you were to, if you believe in alternate universes, and like I always love, that's why I love the movie Jet Li, the one, when the one criminal Jet Li goes around killing all the other Jet Lis in all of the other universes. It's, if you, when you turn left that one moment instead of turning right, well, if you had to turn left, you'd be alive, but you turn right and now you're dead. You see what I'm saying? So you got to think before you do everything right now. It's absolutely important, in my opinion. It's all my opinion, conjecture, supposition, uh, just feelings. That's why that's the only feelings I'm going to be going with, is my gut feelings on, protect your serenity, your sanity. Uh, you know, if you're muddled, it's going to be difficult. If you're muddled in your mind for whatever, I'm glad I'm not drinking. I'm glad I'm sober. Might be dead by now anyway. I wouldn't have made it 30 years now without a drop, and probably would have done something really. See, two paths, two paths that day, November 5th, 1994, that day when I went this way instead of that way. Because that guy, that universe, that Jet Li is gone. This Jet Li is here, for lack of a better term, the words I'm using. So, and that's where I see it. So, getting crazy. Oh, and one thing, I was talking to my mama, and she said, "Did you hear about this?" And I went, "No." The mainstream media is a complete distraction because they're not telling you anything that's important. You have to find it for yourself. There was a huge battery fire, the port of Montreal, lithium batteries. There's something going on with this new. They're leading us down a path of whatever, and we're just ignoring everything that's going on around us. And the main, everybody's like, green, 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 and we're like, ooh, why didn't they? That's a big deal. Like a major fire, lithium battery fire in Port of Montreal, nary a peep. But I can promise you, if I go to the CP24 Global, CTV, CNN, all the rest of the shit, it's Orange Man bad, Peter Poilievre, axe attacks up here in Kazakhstan, just hot button, so that people like, but real issue, like real, nah, nary a peep, nary a peep. So that's why, for me, I check those things out to see what the distraction is right now, and that's, wow, you guys, I feel bad for you guys down south. I really do, for your election cycle, selection cycle, whatever's coming. I don't know what it is. Be malleable, be strong in your mind, uh, be true to your school. You know who you are, and don't be given to wantonness and your emotion. It'll do you nothing. It'll do you nothing. It'll just hurt you in the long run. Because, so many things are happening. You're like, why would they put that out? Really? Why did you do that? There's a reason. They want us at each other. You know, they want us at each other. It's time honored. That video, there was a old black and white video, and hate that guy because this, and then they tell you exactly who to hate and why to hate him or her. Doesn't matter. Him is just a generic term, and then we just fall for it. It's amazing. It's absolutely like, and I've been so removed from it that I see it for what it is now. The Diddy thing. Everybody's focused on that he's okay, scumbag. Let's accept that as an axiom. But why would that guy be with all these people? I so want to troll everybody right now, you know. But I think the problems I'm having on my computer are probably because I have been trolling AI and somebody got pissed off, or I don't know. I'm not that important, I know, but it just seems like that. So I'll just go with it. But everything seems to be working this morning. Ah, they're coming for me. you know, no. I want the sun to do something. I want the sun to take care of something because that's who's in charge of this rock. The sun's in charge of our whole solar system, in my opinion. It's a big, glowing, heated orb, according to the story I've been told. And I'll go with that. Okay, so do something. Come on, sun. I vote for the sun. You know, for lack of a better term. I shouldn't make fun of it, but I'll be outside one day and my brain will fall out of my ass or something, and I'll just like, oh, well, wait a minute. I was thinking, and for whatever reason, I don't know why it's in my head. The Tower of Babel's been popping into my head, and we were talking about it last night. We were saying, like we're talking, laughing about my question to GPT about Apophis and landing a lander on Apophis to have it. I want the mathematics of give me the mathematics, and it was a long question. We've already discussed it. And let's do the sun too. The sun and Apophis, the two of them. That would really scramble things up. But the Tower of Babel, remember the story from your scripture, if you've read your Bible? The first, not the New Testament garbage. I apologize if that offends you, but that's just the way I see it. I like the Old Testament. I'm an Old Testament guy. But yeah, brain scramble. I don't know how to speak English anymore, Could it be that easy? And also for whatever reason, I don't know, these things just popping in my head, I guess, because I'm clearing my skull out, getting the clearing my lungs out, as it were. And Night of the Comet, that B movie with Catherine Mary Stewart, Kelly Maroney, I think. Not Maroney, and what's his name? Pickle from Voyager, Robert Beltran. Old, but comet, sprinkle dust, zombies. I'm pulling that right out of my ass, but brain scramble. Hide under a tin box. I don't know. I'm just being tongue in cheek, but it's just been popping in my head. Because for what I see right now, the cheese has come off a whole bunch of crackers, big time, like big time, like slid right off, like big time. And I think that that's going to get worse. People are not thinking rationally or sanely. No self-reflection. GTA, Grand Theft Auto. Was that in Philly? Like I was watching Philly, like a video on Philly, and I'm like, wow. And even here in my small town, got a couple of, I've told you there's been an influx of people with money. You see them, got their nice Mustangs and their Camaros, and and I'll just call those nice cars. Look, I have a piece of shit Ford Escape from 2005 that I just tore in half. So, but I hear, because you can hear it. I mean, crap, I'm in the mountains. Blah, blah. I'm like, oh, he's got to be doing 100 miles an hour. Uh-oh. Are we buffering? Oh. Well, I'm going to have to kill the show anyway. I apologize for that. I have no control over it. It's come 12 o'clock, and I have stuff to do. I'm sorry for the delay this morning. I had to, but just to end, the abandon is seems to be there. Oh, I guess the Matrix must have said, yeah. I'm going to try earlier next week, hopefully, to get the Matrix working. I tried at like 10:02, and it was almost quarter after by the time I got the Matrix and the zeros and the ones to activate. So, but yeah, Saner, keep your gray matter packed. That, in my opinion, that is the only thing that matters right now. To be malleable in your mind, able to go with the flow, as it were. And when Buddy starts poking you in the chest, as it were, to, why is that happening? Is it just to get my hackles up? Do they want me to do something so that this happens? Because they want us at each other. That is for sure. They want us at each other. They want you hating this guy. Tastes great, less filling. Light cigarettes, normal cigarettes. It just seems to be the way. So good luck seeing the comment. I'll be doing my best to see the comment. Come on, son, Carrington. Yeah. Yeah, the algorithm, eh? Just the YouTube algorithm. God, these guys don't play fair. Stop being such a bunch of suckholes and just let it go. Like, stop trying to control everything. You just put, every time you put your finger somewhere, another hole opens up over there. So if the YouTube bot algorithm, AI guru or whatever, if there's even a human watching this thing from YouTube, give it a rest. Go on vacation. Go love your family. You know, and for the grifters, man, the dollars are going to stop soon, boys and girls. No more grifter channels for me. Done with those guys. If the first thing they say is like, subscribe, and send me money or go to my Patreon, I'm done. That's the first thing that comes out of your mouth. When I mention the like, hey, how's da-da-da? Orange Man bad. Okay, thanks, man. Bye. You know, you're done. You're done. Your brain is gone. So, oh, pancreatic cancer, man. Oh, cancer. You know, if I can hate one thing, can I hate that? You know, I see a lot of those on the back of people's pickup trucks, you know, F that, we're FC, you know, and I'm like, okay, I can go with that because that's, you know, can we do that? You know, because all it does is it just sucks the life out of everybody, you know, and that one's not good because I don't think you can get a pancreas replant. You know, we can replant kidneys and livers and stuff like that. Can we do those? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But it seems that our technology in that is really lacking. You'd think we could replace heads by now, you know. Why don't we have bionic arms? You know, it's just so limited. But anyway, I see everything dropping to zero. The Matrix has probably picked up on my show already and said, oh, he's saying too many things that are, you know, he's not saying to buy anything, so we got to shit can him. So, but yeah. Yeah. I will pray. That's all I can do. That's all I can do for everybody. That's all I can do. I can just hope. Oh, hi. Please don't step on the laptop where somebody wants to be on the show. What's over there? Hi. Oh, wait, it's food. Anyway, this is Baby, and Baby and I are going to sign off right now. So I'll see you guys on the next week. If everything goes well, say bye, Baby. Bye. She's such a good kitty. Okay, I'm just going to put you down on the floor here while I turn this off. Okay, she's going to go bye-bye. Okay. I wish you all well. And I hope everything goes well for your stepdad. Is that what it was? Your stepdad? Yeah. I hope everything goes well. Family's all we've got, community, ourselves, and this. You know, all the rest is just gravy, I would have to say, you know. You know, whether you have like a PlayStation or it's not important. So anyway, signing off. Peace to you and yours. Some alternate to hope for the best in the same try to have. Yeah. Whatever works, you know. Whatever works. Anyway, we hope to see you guys next week. Yeah, next week will be October. Yeah, cool. October surprise. We'll talk about that. Okay, peace to you and yours. I hope to see you on the flip side. And as always, peace, love, and grooviness.